You are listening to an original message from the reader currently known as Jason Ashanti McDaniel of Madam Jason's Tarot. Dear spirit guides of the highest benevolence, only those that are able to help out with the message, please help out. And then when you're done, you're not earthbound. You can go back to doing whatever source appoints you to do. Please deliver the most clear, concise, synchronistic, and accurate messages for Leo concerning their money. Whenever they come across this message, please bless those that bless me, curse those that curse me. To anyone sending me or the Leo collective negative energy, may that energy be returned to sender 3 times fold immediately. Amen, Ashe, and thank you very much. I just need to get 2 more from this deck. They want to jump out, but they're not coming out all the way. Okay, I had a feeling we were going to get 5. Usually I like to get 4, but sometimes more come out. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Shadow here. We have Knowledge, Transformation, Transmute, and then we have Death and Message here. Okay, well, this is kind of a strong message already. Well, first of all, with knowledge, I feel like someone's money is going to be better because they've gone to school for something. Usually I pick up on either trade school or college because I'm an adult and I make videos for adults, but it could be because people say knowledge is power. Because of you completing school or you're on the right track on your course or whatever you're doing, this is going to improve your money. And then I just feel like some of you have really strong Scorpio in your chart or Sagittarius in your chart because, you know, the butterfly is transformation, Scorpio 8th house energy. Transmute is like Temperance card or Sagittarius energy. And we also have Death and the Moth here. So, you know, the Death major arcana is Scorpio, and then butterflies and moths pretty much represent the same thing. It's just that butterflies are more popular. I'm also kind of getting something about a loved one passing on to the other side. If I have time, I'm going to charm cast for this reading, and I wouldn't be surprised if like the spirit team or the Day of the Dead charm or like an angel charm or something like that came out. But I also feel like someone's trying to, like a passed on spirit guide is trying to communicate to you about something. But I also feel like you doing shadow work is going to help you to attract more abundance. And I feel like because this is a money reading, more than likely what you're learning is, you know, law of attraction, but also getting out of scarcity mindset, especially because we have 2 green cards and a red card. So that to me is heart chakra and root chakra energy. And those are 2 of the chakras that have to do with money and stability. So I'm going to try to get about 7 to 8 physical feature cards, but sometimes more like to come out with this too. These are just going to be the most relevant physical features, but sometimes there are other ways that you can tell that this is your reading. I also feel like somebody might be cross-watching for a Leo. You could be the Scorpio sun or the Sagittarius sun that I'm picking up on. I might have to use Astro Alignment for this one too. Okay. At the bottom of physical features, we have white. And at the bottom of every deck is always something that you may have overlooked or you didn't see coming. So it could also mean with white showing at the bottom of the deck that this might mostly resonate with Black Indigenous people of color. because sometimes BIPOC comes out in the tiles, but just take it as it resonates, because I represent everybody, so it's not like I'm trying to leave anybody out or whatever. But sometimes the readings are very specific about the group of people that it's geared towards. But we have wavy hair, we also have curvy, and because Leo has a summer birthday just like Cancer, I feel like something about you getting out, like this is very relevant to this time right now, and maybe even next month and the next 3 months, or actually just 1 month after that would be Leo season, or maybe just all of summer. But even in this card, someone has wavy hair. So someone's not only curvy, but there's also another person with full lips. So that being said, because Leo, not all Leos are extroverted, not all Leos are loud or like attention, but Leo is a zodiac sign that is meant to be seen, especially with ruling 5th house in astrology. So being that we have 2 oracle cards about someone who could be like voluptuous, I do feel like someone who could be some sort of model is significant. That's probably going to be one of the most relevant occupations. Or even if you're not like a literal model, like you don't, model for Fashion Nova or something like that, or a plus size clothing store, IG influencer energy comes out a lot for everyone that I do readings for. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're trying to monetize that. Some of you might actually want to do something like that, but with the knowledge card here, practically you're trying to get your education before you do what you actually want to do. We have bald, and someone who has glasses could also be significant. We have medium deep skin tone, age range 27 to 45, and this guy is bald as well. And thick thighs and brown hair. So yeah, someone is very curvy. There's emphasis on that. And also a lot of, black female cards here. Someone's very curvy, but there's also a synchronicity with baldness and wavy hair as well. I pick up on beauty industry energy for almost everyone. And I always talk about how when you look up close here at the frizziness, this kind of looks like synthetic braiding hair. So someone who's a braider who always wears their hair in braids is significant. Maybe you can even have goddess locks, because it's like someone's hair is braided, but it's also curly though. So it might be goddess locks. And also because I'm a licensed barber, this is a hairstylist card to me as well, because as you're cutting hair, as you're using the clippers, even with Cosmos using the shears, hair collects on the floor. So this kind of looks like what hair looks like on the floor before people sweep it up when they work in a salon or a barber shop. So that's why I always get that energy with this card. And also, if we get to the Astro Alignment, if certain houses come out in there, it'll also let me know what other occupations are significant. For example, if 6th house came out ruled by Virgo, then that will let me know that someone probably does holistic stuff, or working on a farm, food production, planting, things like that. And in the tiles, if you're new here, what this does is it can give first names, last names, nicknames, your occupation, sometimes the literal company that you work for, what you plan on eating today, or what you most recently ate, or just any quirky word or clue that's going to let you know that this is your reading. Like, for example, right now I see sew in here. So someone who works with textiles could be significant. Maybe you make your own clothes or your own jewelry, and you also model it and put it on social media. So that would make sense, because I'm picking up on the energy of someone traditionally trying to get better at money by going to school or having a trade, but also they want to do something that's more so connected to their inner child, or something that gives them joy, even if it's not seen as a practical way to make money full time. I also see Goku in here, so someone who's kind of geeky could also be significant. Someone's name could be Xena. I also see Go Ask in the title, so I wonder if something about you needing to ask someone for assistance might be significant. Leo is a fixed sign, and fixed signs, while they're very good at routine, sometimes they could be stubborn. And because I'm also picking up on someone needing to do shadow work in order for their abundance to come in, maybe that could be something that you realize, like maybe I need to let people in more. Perhaps you work in a field that's very competitive, and maybe you need to have more so of a collaboration mindset than a competition mindset. I know that's not going to be for everyone, but that's just something that I feel. Someone's name could be Mira, Mira. I grabbed 2 V's because I was channeling the name Viv. Someone could also work in tech because I see tech here. But that could also explain why I'm picking up on like geeky energy. Someone's name could be Lois. Someone could be Laos. I don't know. I see AOL in here, and I know AOL is kind of old school, but someone could also have a job where there's constantly sending emails to people. Or maybe some of you are trying to manifest having a desk job, but AOL could also be aging you. So you might be like around my age, a millennial, you know, just barely brushing your early 30s, late 20s. But that also lets me know that you're probably going through your Saturn return as well, which is why money is very important to you right now. And I have the name Sochi in here again, and I still haven't met that person. Someone's name could be Sochi or Soul, but that just lets me know that you're probably someone watching this probably has really rich Mexican heritage, and Mexico/Mexican is in here again, and that comes out a lot. Because like certain names like Soul or Flor or Sochi are like, to me, like old school Mexican names are very like cultural. Someone could be from Wisconsin. Texas is in here again. Someone could be from Georgia, specifically ATL. Someone's name could be Ezra. I see glucose in here too. So someone who has diabetes could be significant. But also someone, they could be going through a glow up, or they have very glowing skin. Or there's something about your aura that's very attractive. Someone's name could be Selma. Someone's last name could be Gomez. Okay, at the bottom of the tarot deck, we have the Hierophant in the reverse. I feel lightweight, like something about this might have to do about romance too, because X is one of the first words that I saw in the tiles, but I was debating whether or not I should talk about it, but I don't know how much is going to come out. The Hierophant could also just represent doing anything untraditionally, untraditional bonds or ways of living life. We have the Magician in the reverse. We have Justice in the reverse. And then 6 of Pentacles upright, 2 of Pentacles upright came flying out. So it really wanted to get everybody's attention. And then we have 2 of Cups upright, 6 of Wands upright, and 6 of Wands is a Leo card. So some of this feels like kind of concerning, but then, you know, the last 4 cards that I showed you seem pretty promising. But right now we have Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, and I was feeling Capricorn because I was talking about Saturn. And then we have Cancer and Leo here. So the Magician in the reverse usually represents manipulation, or it represents someone having a victim mindset, because the Magician is the type of person who's a jack of all trades, and they use their resources to get by. Being that this is in the reverse, maybe in the past some of you weren't using your resources and you had like a victim mentality. You could have even struggled with your solar plexus chakra, because when I saw glow in the tiles, I was picturing like yellow light. So I don't know if some of you might have yellow auras. We have justice in the reverse, which could indicate that something was unfair, imbalanced. Maybe you could have done someone wrong in the past and you're reflecting on that, because I don't always assume that my collective is always doing what they're supposed to do, because that's just the truth of how human nature is. Or it could mean that someone had some sort of injustice towards you. I think that's a bird eating a butterfly. I don't know. And we have Six of Pentacles upright with Two of Pentacles upright. So this is very obvious to me. Obviously to me, is someone trying to manifest getting money from multiple areas, or like trying to juggle two jobs, or there's something about like equal give and take relationship. So now I'm starting to feel the energy of like soul ties, or someone's ex trying to come back around. And I know some people, like, they're tired of that coming out in tarot, but that's just how I feel what it might be. Because we have here Two of Cups upright and the Six of Wands upright. So I feel like there's someone, regardless of if it's old or new, there's someone who's going to be on your level, who wants to sing your praises, but I also feel like they want to work with you on some sort of partnership. And you've just got to check out a lot of my videos, because love energy has been coming out a lot in people's money readings, because 7th house is very important for everyone, which is ruled by Libra, and it can talk about, partnerships that you're supposed to have in life, or learning to work with other people. So I don't feel like I need too much tarot for this one. I'm probably going to use oracles more than anything. So I just need to know, why is the Magician in the reverse? Ten of Swords in the reverse. Some of you could have already went through a dark night of the soul, and now you're going through a Saturn return, but the worst is over with Ten of Swords in the reverse. You're obviously going through a glow up, and you've learned a lot, but it took so many hard lessons, or so much sacrifice or suffering, in order for you to get to where you are right now. 5 of Pentacles upright, 9 of Swords reverse, 3 of Swords reverse, Temperance in the reverse. Yeah. Something happened to you in your past where you were ostracized, possibly by a group of people. It could be in school, and that has been coming out a lot for people too. So I also think you need to watch some of my other readings, because sometimes with like zodiac readings, it will resonate with you, but it's like if you have different things in your chart, different readings will resonate with you. For example, like I have a Leo Mercury, and sometimes the Leo readings resonate with me, even though I'm doing it for other people. Or I have a Sagittarius rising, so sometimes the Sagittarius messages resonate with me too, even though my sun sign is Cancer. So it might also be something like that for you guys. And I do feel like someone is cross-watching, but these two obviously talk about you healing from something, and in the past you felt ostracized, maybe by bullies, maybe by someone who you were pursuing romantically, but you've healed from it. And this is obviously, because healing happens in layers, this was obviously something that pissed you off when it happened, when you were going through it, and you might find yourself still being upset about it, with shadow showing here. But I think that you are transmuting your energy. Like, you have to constantly transmute your energy when you think about this. So why is Justice in the reverse? Also for occupations, because we have 6 of Pentacles with the 2 of Pentacles, some of you could work in like accounting or something like that. Somebody could work in a bank, or at a tech company, because tech is in the tiles, but they handle the finances. And then Justice is in the reverse because Queen of Swords upright and the 3 of Cups upright. So this is not necessarily a negative combination, but it could be that in the past you were facing injustice by someone who you thought was your friend, or in a group, and they were talking shit. Obviously in the upright, these two cards represent the opposite of what I just said. But I feel like as you're healing, everything that wasn't going right in the past, Justice reverse, is now coming full circle. It could be that now, you you integrate your shadow, you express yourself, you have boundaries with people, and now you have a better group of friends here. And I also see Four of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like some of you, this is definitely talking about a twin flame situation. But Two of Cups and Three of Cups are both two really good energies to come out for a reunion, for partnerships, for people who are trying to have more healthy or healthier relationships in general, no matter what type it is, like platonic, familial, romantic. The Hierophant in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. Because the Hierophant represents commitment, and Six of Swords reverse represents someone not wanting to go back to the past, I honestly feel like there was someone who you were dating or someone who you were in a situationship with who wants to commit to you. I know the Hierophant is in the reverse, but I feel like this is them saying that they don't want to be non-committal anymore. So maybe I'll use Burning Heart Oracle for them. But we even have Five of Swords in the reverse. So that means that someone wants to ease tension with you. But I also feel like if you're in a highly competitive field, whoever was hating on you realizes that they can't really compete with you. Someone's name could be Viola. Someone could also play the violin. I don't know if all the letters are in here for violin. Someone's name could be Leah. I'm not going to take too much from this deck because we're at 23 minutes right now. We have third house ruled by Gemini, community transportation, local community. So there's a few Gemini cards here, but I said the houses could sometimes represent people's occupations. So you could be, you could have a communications degree with the Queen of Swords here, and that has helped you to express yourself more. The throat chakra was a chakra that you struggled with. With transportation, you could be an Uber driver, Lyft driver, you could be a bus driver, someone could be a truck driver. And local community just lets me know that with the Six of Wands here, you're probably very well respected by a lot of people that know you. Some of you could also come from a small town. We have Cancer here, nurturing, sensitive, caring. So I've been strongly feeling like this is going to resonate with people who have Cancer in their chart, especially because Cancer and Leo are so close together. So, you know, you could be like a Cancer-Leo cusper. And I also said how this will probably resonate with you even if Leo's not your sun sign, but you wanted to click on this video. And then we also have planetary return, cyclicality, homecoming, progress. So with Three of Cups, Two of Cups, it could be that your birthday's coming up. So that's your solar return. But you could also be like around my age, 29, 30, whatever, and that's your Saturn return. And we have Saturn here. But we're also in a Mercury retrograde in Cancer, so that lets me know that this energy of people who were bullying you, getting karma, an ex wanting to come back, and your education, furthering your career, all of that is happening for you right now. Someone's name could be Hector as well, too. So there's a lot of Hispanic names in the tiles. Hispanic or Latin, however you want to refer to yourself as. Because Hispanic just literally means like you have Spaniard in you, but Latin could be any Latin-based culture. Usually mixed with Native American too, or indigenous. Okay, so this person from your past, they're saying, I'm holding on to memories of us. So they're probably sending you telepathic energy right now. And now that I'm looking at message here, I feel like for some of you, you will receive like a message from them, especially because we have reunion cards that showed a lot. But we have, we're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes for a shot with you. I feel like this person is monitoring you, but they're trying to determine when is the best time to talk to you. because the Queen of Swords, the thing about her is she is approachable. I mean, King and Queen of Swords always have butterflies, or originally they have butterflies in their imagery, so they're not supposed to be intimidating, but they intimidate people because they're very blunt. So I feel like this person knows that you're gonna already have some things that you want to say to them, and I feel like they are trying to, you know, prepare themselves for coming towards you and saying what they have to say, but also knowing the things that you're probably going to ask them and coming up with like an honest answer to it. So I do feel like communication might come soon. Someone is afraid of commitment, but I don't think that that's going to stop them from wanting to commit with you. And once they start talking to you again, this might be a relationship where you guys take it very slow, because I feel like someone's not done cooking in the oven, so to speak, and they're trying to get better, and they're probably mirroring you because you're doing shadow work. They're not going to be perfect when they come back to you, so you kind of have to give them a little bit of grace, but not lower your boundaries. Because I feel like with divine feminines, a lot of times, like, we wait so long for people to start talking to us again, but sometimes we sabotage things by expecting people to be perfect, and sometimes our anger can get in the way of situations where the merging could have happened healthily. I feel like that's why temperance in the reverse is showing. But someone's also saying you deserve better than them, so you could be dealing with a person who was trying to talk to multiple people. I mean, we have Two of Pentacles here, and we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So for some of you, this person maybe tried to use a label like poly or something like that because they just kind of wanted to juggle their options. They didn't really know what they wanted, but I think this person is maturing right now. Okay, so we have the combat boot, which usually represents you feeling like you're in the trenches with someone. But the thing about it is we also have the healthy twin flame lovers card upright charm. So for a lot of you, this is twin flame related. We have another synchronicity with the butterfly here. We also have Scorpio, and it says passionate on the back. So someone has strong Scorpio in their chart. What else? We also have the triquetra, which is Scorpio energy because it talks about life, death, rebirth. So there's a synchronicity with that. We have the silver platter, and we also have the money sign. So right now you're focusing on your money, but you're attracting generational wealth. But you're also probably balancing responsibilities with celebrations here. We do have Two of Cups and Three of Cups, but this is probably talking about someone's birthday coming up soon. And you're probably just zooming in on you, not worrying about competition, or some of you are still like single right now. And because you're not focusing on love, I feel like that's coming as well. Some of you might be winning a competition soon with the Six of Wands, whatever competition you're entering in. But this charm comes out a lot sometimes when people are dealing with multiple people. So this person from your past, they do want to say that out of everybody that they've been with, you're pretty much like the best one. I think as they're reminiscing about that, that's what's going to make them want to, you know, pretty much settle down with you because they can't find better. We have the anchor here, which talks about grounding, but also being stable. This is like root chakra energy. Some of you might be going on a cruise. We have the Phoenix rising from the ashes, which is also kind of like Scorpio, dark night of the soul energy. We have the eagle seeing from a higher perspective. So I feel like that's the person from your past. And they could be addicted to your energy right now with the sucker charm. So many places to go. I feel like someone travels for work. You could be trying to travel right now too. And I feel like because a lot of you are single and you're focusing on yourself, especially I'm hearing someone, they're unemployed, but they still have money. So they're traveling right now because they're not obligated to go to work. But I feel like you've just been traveling, and that can help you to raise your perspective with the Eagle charm here. We have the crystal ball. Some of you could be clairvoyant, or you could be a tarot reader yourself, or there's something about this situation where you could see it coming a long time ago. You could even be watching other readers that are telling you the same messages because that's a synchronicity for you. But you also have to be careful because we have the jar magic charm here. So there are some people who might know what you're trying to manifest with your love life, and there are some people who are jealous and they might try to block it. So be careful who you tell about like who you have a crush on or who you're trying to be with, because even though we have some friendship cards upright, I feel like some of you were definitely betrayed by some fake friends in the past. We have Pisces, and it says intuitive on the back. Some of you could have Pisces in your chart as well. And we also have the alien charm. So this is like the charm that represents someone being a star seed or someone being unique. There's actually a card in the emoji deck that talks about a person who you're talking to romantically, seeing that you two come from two different worlds. So it could be that your ex feels like you two, like you oppose each other, but at the same time you complement each other. So maybe this person admires how different you are from them, but also the fact that you're unique in general. So hopefully you like this reading. If you like this reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you could watch other videos on my channel. I'm getting ready to do your 60-minute too. And sometimes the 60 minutes are kind of like an extended for the 30 minutes. So you might see some of the same cards or the same energies come out. But thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.